Alright guys, hopefully the stream's working. Let's see if it kicks on. We're hardwired today, so hopefully no more issues with connection. There we go, getting it started. Receiving your content. Alright, I think we are live. Alright, we're going to just wait for some people to jump in the room and then we can jump into it. Hopefully we get some people showing up. The US Open's going on right now, so totally understand if it's a weak showing.
Who does everyone have to win the Open? Start off with that. We're still waiting for a first person.
Tell your mom to get in the room, dude. Join us, drop some questions, you know?
Yeah, where you at, Mom?
See it.
Dylan Branson, hi from Oklahoma. What's up, Dylan?
What's up,
First
Dylan?
person in.
Dylan, we're going to just wait for some more people to jump in, hopefully, and then we're going to jump into some questions. Fire away. Anything for us? From Wales in the UK, what's up, Jack? Good to have you, man. Ricky. That's who he's got for winning also.
Love Ricky. I picked him in my fantasy, so see what happens.
I had DJ and he kind of blew up, so he's got it back. What's up, Charles? Welcome.
What's up, Charles? How you doing, man?
Oh, Stenson's in my lineup too.
I like.
Yeah,
He's gritty.
South Africa. What's up, Jaden? Is that a Liverpool? Oh man, I have some beef. You fan?
Eric says, "Hey guys, keep up the great videos from Scotland." Thanks, Eric. Appreciate that.
We shot another video yesterday, guys. We played out at the farms. It's a course that's here local in San Diego. You guys might have seen the other video from out there, but it was a fun day. We had some blue sky and a little bit of wind, but the greens weren't as fast as we usually are out there, so pretty receptive.
Yeah, they're normally at a 13. They were only running at like an 11.5, so it kind of threw us off a little bit.
Yeah.
But you know, we had some good shots, and I think you guys will like the video. But our gimbal did die, so it won't be as smooth as normal.
Yeah.
So we'll have to do another one out there for sure.
Jack asks, what time is it where you are? We are in California, and it is 1 o'clock in the afternoon right now. Yeah, the connection sorted out. I know, dude, Jay, not hear you on that. We're hardwired. You guys probably see the connection thing right here, but hopefully we don't have those issues that we had before. I tested the connection and it looked like it was considerably stronger, so we'll see how it goes.
Hi from Wisconsin, 30 minutes from the Open. Jason, nice. Yeah, Marco and I were talking about possibly going out to Erin Hills and playing. So yeah, we'd love to come out there and visit. I know there's a lot of really good golf courses out there in Wisconsin, so we might have to make a trip.
Lewis, Man U fan. They just had another signing this morning or I don't know if it was this morning, but I read it this morning for a defender, so starting to stack the team. It's exciting times.
Wesley says, "What did you guys do before YouTube?" I'll let Marco start with that one.
Well, I mean, we're both small business owners, and we still run our companies and do that, as a full-time job. But the YouTube thing, we're just finding ways to squeeze it in and making time for it. So we're kind of new to the whole YouTube universe, but making it work, and it's been fun.
Yeah, just like Marco said, we're pretty much new to this, so this isn't something that we're trying to make money off of. We're just trying to grow the game and show the fun side of golf to everyone, and it's more of a passion project for us than anything. So we do this for fun.
How long does it take to edit the videos? Gosh, it used to, in the beginning, it used to take about 6 hours, but now that we're doing the 4K footage and shot tracers and all these other things, it's honestly taking me 8 to 10 hours to edit it. And then when you factor in all the exporting and rendering and uploading, it's a good 12-hour project for each video.
Trent, who's your pick for the Open? Mine's Ricky. We mentioned that just a little bit ago, but
I got DJ.
He's got DJ.
It's not looking good.
We're 10-shot separation right now, so it's not looking good for him.
Thread King Co. and wearing the same shirt. Nice, man. This is Under Armour, our favorite brand, pretty much. So
yeah, come on, Under Armour, give us some love. They didn't even respond to my last couple of emails, so maybe they will soon.
You know who hit us up, guys? DraftKings hit us up. You guys probably saw a lot of the other people doing videos with them, promoting them. And they basically wanted to, pay us just to promote DraftKings and give us a little kickback. And I don't know, we asked them to do a giveaway because we wanted to give away like a driver, have them sponsor it so you guys can win something cool to add a little bit, a little more excitement to it. And they kind of, dragged their feet and didn't want to do it, so we had to shut them down. So your guys aren't going to see any DraftKings promotions.
Yeah, so basically, we didn't sell out. Not saying that anyone else did, but it just wasn't the right fit for us, and kind of not the direction that we were kind of gearing towards. But it was nice for them to reach out. Favorite golf balls to use from TJ? For me, it's a TaylorMade TP5.
Me too, TP5. Awesome. I used to play the Snells. Still have some Pro V1Xs left over that I'll play every now and then, but those TP5s are awesome. They're just durable. That's what I like about them. Sometimes you hit a cart path, sometimes you hit a tree, and they're still good.
Yeah, I played all 18 holes with one golf ball, and it was fantastic, and it was still in good shape. So great golf ball. Moms is in the house.
Great streaming,
guys. Nice, thanks, Moms. Trotter, 1966. Mike, I know you have a limo company. How many vehicles do you have? 4 total. 2 buses and 2 limos. So.
Advice for a 9 handicap who lost his swing today: keep grinding. We kind of lose our swing all the time on the course in the middle of a round. So Mike less than me, but still it happens. I mean, it's part of golf. So. You just got to keep going, get out there and practice, and small adjustments. That's probably the biggest thing this guy's taught me about. When you're trying to fix something, just small changes, nothing too drastic, and you'll figure it out.
Yeah, just do the basics right. Keep your alignment good. Keep working on that. Make sure your ball position's good, and just swing within yourself. Gary Smith, Mikey, are you married? Have kids? No kids. Not married. Living the dream. So it gives me the opportunity to play as much golf as I want with this guy, aside to my business. That's what I'm married to. But now I'm married to this golf channel. So I'm married to you guys.
Cost for no factor, which course would you play again, Pebble, Spyglass, or Positivo? Great question, Garrett, but for me it would have to be Spyglass. I think I could play that course 20 times and still feel like it's my first time playing it because you can get so many different looks out there.
Yeah, for me, Spyglass too. I loved it as much as he did, and Pasatiempo was a close second. Yeah. But Spyglass it did it for me. It had that ocean view, it had that scenic atmosphere as you went deeper into the round. And Pasatiempo, I don't think I would ever get bored of that course. They could put the pins on so many different locations, and I would definitely not get sick of it.
Yeah, and I just love that. I loved how it was, you were on the ocean, you had those views, and then you kind of went back to inland, and you were in the trees, and we had all the wildlife. Like, there was so many different dynamic elements to that course that made it special.
And I love that cover photo with the squirrel. It was awesome. And then watching the squirrel hang out with us, it was, I don't know, for me it was a pretty cool thing.
They were big squirrels out there,
strong,
man. You can tell they're stealing food out of people's carts. They eat well.
Yeah. Corin Pena, Mike, why do they call you guys coach sometimes? Are you certified school coach, or do you coach on the side? Yeah, I coach high school golf for the boys and girls over at Del Norte High School. I've been doing that for 8+ years, and so yeah, I coach at the high school level. I don't teach otherwise, so I don't do any lessons or anything like that. I just teach the kids. I got a little summer camp with them after this live stream. B, what's up, man? What do you guys think about the venue for the U.S. Open and how Mike Davis is changing the courses? 7 even or in red doesn't feel like a U.S. Open to me.
I agree with that.
I agree too. Yeah. I think the Erin Hills venue is a little bit better than Chambers Bay.
Yeah.
But still at the same time, it's not the same U.S. Open that we're used to, where it's thick, heavy, rough, tight fairways, and small or tough greens. So they basically widen the fairways to 60 yards and have native fescue around that, which, kind of deters the guys from ripping the golf ball. Those guys are swinging like animals out there. I just saw Rory swing at probably 122 or 123
He just
miles
hit
an
a
hour.
par 4 and just made the eagle. Come on.
I don't know.
I personally would like to see the winner shoot 1 under, and I'd like to see the guys out there grinding, to save pars, and it just should be the toughest test in all the majors that they have. So it's looks like they're tearing it up out there right now. Hopefully they firm it up a little bit, for Saturday and Sunday, and just make the conditions a little bit more tough. But we'll see what happens.
Golf Tube UK. Have you played, or would you like to play Cape Kidnappers? Is that a golf course, or is that like a game?
I don't know.
Not
played Cape Kidnappers. I don't know.
Cape Kidnappers.
Tim asks, what do you think about using a GoPro to film course vlogs and or slow-mos? GoPros are good. I think they're a good like entry-level camera if that's what you have. They definitely will get the job done. The only thing that's not great about GoPro is the audio, because they're designed to go underwater. They have that extra casing on them. You get really bad audio with them, and there's no external or external input for audio. So that's the tough part, but they do, they shoot in 4K. I think the slow-mo is great on them. You just kind of have to mess with the settings on GoPros, because they have a lot of different options in there in terms of, I forget what they call it, but it's, it basically can change the quality of it and the perspective of it. They have like really wide angle shots, narrow ones. So I think if you can get it dialed in, you can make it work.
SSS, why not try for the US Open? We're both working men. I don't think, we're quite at that level to qualify. So, we're going to stick to our day jobs, and maybe at some point, if our handicaps drop a little bit more, we'll give it a shot.
Garrett lives 100 yards from the 18th at Spyglass.
Oh, awesome, Garrett.
Yeah, you're a lucky man.
So lucky. Where's our invite? Let's go play Cyprus.
Oh man, that'd be sick. And Monterey Peninsula.
I'd love to play Monterey.
We can get out there, so we might have to take a trip back up there.
Yeah, we'd love to come back and play.
Thanks, Wesley. You said your course filming camera work's on point. Keep it up. Appreciate it, man. Put a lot of effort into, framing the shots well. Mike's like #1 camera guy in the world, based on his review system. So he's doing we're doing a great job out there.
Let's rewind a little bit.
I didn't disagree.
All right.
Just take that W before you get too chippy.
Let's read that one.
Mark, are you much bigger than Mike? How does it make you feel when he smashes it past you with the big stick? I'm taller than the guy, but I don't hit the ball far, and I'm okay with that. Like he used to play long drive contests. His angle of impact is better than mine. Our club head speed is the same, but he just makes better contact with the ball and is more consistent. And I understand that. Like, I don't think that just by being bigger, I should be able to outperform him. So I'm okay with it. I've learned a lot from Mike, and I'm just thankful that I've gotten to this point in my golfing career, if you will. But I actually was going to give up golf before I met him, just because I was frustrated and I didn't have a coach. I didn't have anyone to help me out, and so I'm all good with that.
Yeah, it's not always about size too. Peter Finch is bigger than I am too. We hit it past him a few times, so. Just kidding, Pete.
That made your day. I remember when you got it past him.
So Peter on the first hole was like, kind of talking a little bit of trash, which we love. On the first hole where he thought his ball was like 2 yards past me, and he kind of was jabbing at me a little bit, and then realized it wasn't his golf ball and it was mine. So we kind of, we fought back a little bit.
Dark horse for the Open, Steve Stricker.
Love Steve Stricker. That guy's like one of my all-time favorites. He swings with himself, and I think I read some statistic where he hasn't taken a 7 on any hole in his PGA career up until last year, and he took 1 7. So I think that in itself is pretty amazing. Playing that much golf, he's in his 40s. He's probably got 22, 23 years on tour. And it's just
his putting is just so good.
Yeah, he's definitely a guy that I look up to for playing golf.
What did Horschel make today on one of the holes?
I think he took a 9 on hole 1. So if he can take a 9, anybody can.
Yeah.
Oh, Charles, stream quality is great. Thank you. Thanks for the feedback.
What do you think of Fowler's start? McIlroy's great start. Who do you think will win? Well, Ricky's obviously tearing it up out there. I mean, I watched a lot of his round this morning, and he was putting that ball so good and just hitting in the right spots, not making, when he did miss, it was small misses. He wasn't getting in the fescue and, doing some of the stuff that some of the other guys did. So I think he's got a great chance. Obviously, he's had a ton of runner-ups in the majors, so he's looking good. McIlroy's kind of been out of competitive golf for a little while with his wedding and all that stuff, so he's getting back in the swing of things, but he's typically the kind of guy where if he gets a good start, he's super dangerous because he usually, as soon as he thinks he has a chance to win, he puts his foot down on the metal. So I think they both got great chances.
Yeah, I had to work this morning, so I didn't get a chance to watch too much of the Open, but my pick is Ricky. I'm sticking with it.
If we had to pick up one professional golfer to play around with, who would it be and why? Oh man, just one?
Just one?
That's a tough one.
God, I mean, current or all time? Currently,
We'll just do all time.
All time, Jack Nicklaus. I would love to play with Jack or Arnold Palmer.
Arnold Palmer was going to be my pick.
Yeah. Currently, I love Zach Johnson. I think he's a great dude. We actually might have a chance to play with him out in Florida. We got an invite to play with Thomas and go play TPC Sawgrass. So if Zach can make it and he's out there, it'd be awesome and possibly occur. So
we're gonna be out there. What are the dates? December
3rd. We're gonna fly out and we're trying to coordinate everything, but it should be right around that first week.
When's the next giveaway? TJ asks. We're actually doing a giveaway right now on Instagram. So if you guys don't follow us on there, jump on there. There's one post where you basically just have to tag a few friends and you'll be entered. So it's for a dozen TB5 golf balls. So check us out on Insta. Have you guys ever heard the beer at the Grand Traverse Resort, Michigan? I've never played any Michigan golf, so I'm not familiar with that course that Anthony's asking about. It's the Bear at the Grand Traverse Resort, so I don't know much about it. You sub here, binge watched all the videos past few days. Thanks for the great content. Welcome, Nick. Happy to have you, man. Welcome to the channel.
Yeah.
The pros need to dry their eyes and stop moaning about the rough. They're paid a lot I totally agree with you, Eric. I mean, I saw that video. You guys probably all saw that Kevin Na video where he threw a ball in the rough and was trying to hack it out of there. And that's golf, right? Like Rory said it perfectly. He said if you can't hit it, in a 60-yard wide fairway, then what are you doing out here? And couldn't agree more.
Yeah, so. Definitely. Is there any easy way to get on a private course? How do you get to know people who are in the know?
Well, I mean, we're lucky because I'm a member at a private course and they reciprocate rounds out for members. So if we need to get out somewhere, that's how we do it. But I think the other way is just networking with other golfers, getting out there and playing with people and going on forums. There's a few really good forums out there that, people interact on. And obviously these YouTube channels as well are a great way to meet people, just post in the comments that you're looking to set up a round, and you never know, people might respond, they might not. But from our experience, people have been very receptive to just, networking with them and talking to them on the golf course.
Patrick asked, did you ever think when you started golfing, this is where you would be? No, definitely not. We didn't even have an idea 6 months ago that we were going to do this YouTube channel. We started it 5 months ago, and it was something that was kind of spur of the moment that we kind of joked about. And then we brought the cameras out to golf one day, and we basically said, yeah, we can do this. So it's been a great journey, though.
I think those are the best ones start like that. I mean, we've both been working professionally for a long time, building our businesses, doing stuff that we need to do to make money, to survive. And this was a total passion project. And I think that's why it's been as great quality and as fun to make for us. So it's easy to keep going now because we totally enjoy it. And we're just lucky enough to be in a position where we can do it. But
yeah, you guys totally energize us.
Yeah.
You guys give us the momentum to keep it going and not let it, if we skip out on a few days of not posting something, we're getting emails and text messages and, Instagram posts. And I love the curiosity and, we both do, and we appreciate, all the support that we've gotten so far.
Absolutely. Thread King Co. What's your name, Thread King Co? I feel like it's a company name, so I just want to you've been leaving a lot of good comments, so I want to call you by your first name. So your boys look tan. Recommendations to avoid the dreaded golfer's tan. Man, both have.
We both have
the golfer's tan.
Golfer's
as soon as you go above that line, it gets really white.
Yeah, it gets white.
So. I don't know. Sometimes what I'll do if I know I'm going on vacation, I don't want to blind people. When I'm in the backyard playing with my kid on the trampoline, I'll take my shirt off and just tan a little bit like that. I can't lay out because it's I get too bored too fast. So.
And it just got sunny the last couple days, so that's the reason why we were tan. We were out in the sun forever. So yeah.
Cole Thorson, you guys are like Casey Neistat at All Golf on YouTube videos on a whole nother level. Dude, I really appreciate it. Casey's obviously a huge inspiration. When I got into watching YouTube videos, of course his stuff bubbled up to the top and saw what he was doing, and there's definitely some similarities there with the time lapses and whatnot. And appreciate the nice comment, man. A lot of you guys have left really nice comments about the work that we do with these videos, and can't thank you enough. It means a lot to us.
Wesley asked, what is harder, a hole-in-one or an albatross? Gosh, I'm going to have to say a hole-in-one just because, you got to hit 2 good shots for an albatross. With a hole-in-one, you only need 1. So, yeah, I'm going to say a hole-in-one. But I've never had an albatross, and I've had 1 hole-in-one.
Yeah.
So
I've had neither, so couldn't really comment on it. They're both really hard. Yeah, Gary, appreciate it, man. We're gonna always shoot straight with you guys about this stuff, and I feel like the size thing, hitting it further, I don't know, just it is what it is. Play to my strengths.
Anton, any tips for a guy who can get any height with his driver? Just tee it up a little higher. That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Sean's in the house, Golf Trip Junkies. What's up, Sean?
What's up, Sean? What's going on?
He's the guy that set up the whole trip for us to Pebble and Spyglass and stuff. So if you guys see him in the room and you guys have questions for him about trips or anything like that, reach out to him. Awesome guy. Highly recommend his services.
Yeah, customer service is a 10. The guy totally hooked us up and set everything up, made our trip effortless and really smooth. Stress.
Yeah.
SD Bolts 619, a great name by the way. You guys going to do Bandon sometime? Yeah, Bandon Dunes is on our to-do list. The unfortunate part is, they don't let carts out there, so we're gonna have to carry the equipment. But we already agreed that we're gonna do it. So,
we're committed.
And I know Marco said that we're gonna go out there without the cameras, but not gonna happen.
Well, I have to say that in order for him to kind of reverse his thinking about going out there at all.
A little reverse psychology by this one over here.
So you guys are gonna get a video from Bandon Dunes, and it's gonna be perfect.
Oh, did you guys set this up without me?
Nope. SD Bolts, also, man, I shot you a message. You hit me up about Santa Luz, getting some tips out there. Hopefully you got the message. I never heard back, but hopefully you have fun out there, man. It's a fun course.
Golf Tube UK, Cape Kidnappers is one of the best courses in the world. Check it out. It's in New Zealand. Yeah, New Zealand is a place that we would love to visit. Absolutely. So if we do go out there, definitely stay in touch with us, and maybe we can get around.
What does course management say about all the equipment you bring along for each video round? Usually they just look at us like, what the heck are these guys doing? But they usually don't actually ask us anything about it. We just go out there and own it. And I think that's like a big life lesson for anything, is if you're gonna do something, you just gotta go out there and do it. And just, don't be shy to talk in front of the camera. And it takes some getting used to. I mean, talking on the camera is weird. And it's easy on the course because it's usually just us. But when we're doing it around the clubhouse or where there's other people, they stare at you because it's not a common thing you see out there. But what we've kind of forced ourselves to do is to just talk a little bit louder and talk with confidence into the camera, because it kind of makes everyone else just kind of disappear. At least that's, for me, that's worked. So they don't really say too much. Sometimes they'll ask, what we're doing it for, and we'll let them know. And for the most part, they've been pretty receptive. I think the only times that we've ever had issues is pace of play. Is if we're out there playing a little bit slow, but
only when we're playing with JC. Just kidding, JC.
God.
Love you, bro. But yeah, it seems like everyone's been pretty positive about our experience. We went out to the farms yesterday, and they commented on our Instagram, which was super cool. And yeah,
Look at Milne's comment there. East Coast golf trip in the future. I'll meet you at an ocean course, Kiowa Island, and we could all shoot 120 together.
Done. That is a destination that we want to go. Kiowa Island. Sean from Golf Trip Junkies has been preaching to go out there and play, so we're definitely going to do that soon. So when we do, we might need a fourth. So, full disclosure, we do talk a little trash out there. So, hopefully you're okay with that.
A little,
just a little bit.
Richard asks, do you guys ever play in the rain over there? Do we wear waterproof? Yeah, we definitely get rain out here. Obviously, it's not as common as like in the UK, but we get it, and we got our rain clothes and rain gear. It's always in our bags. So
yeah, there's a lot of sissies out here in Southern California, and nobody's out there playing golf, so we have the whole course to ourselves. And if the course allows us to go out there and play, we do it.
Yeah, and now that we're making videos, if there's rain out there, we're gonna find a way to get the cameras out there and still film it. So we're committed.
Charles asked, how's my high school team looking? They're always pretty solid. It seems like they're good kids, and that's most important. We got good families that raise great kids in the community, and we should. I'm going to say we're going to be a top 6 or 7 team in the county. We should be pretty good. We got our summer camp today and every week until golf season starts. So we'll hopefully knock some of the rust off the kids and be ready when season goes. B, what's up? He just said, what's your last swing thought before pulling the trigger? No thought. That's pretty much my greatest asset is try not to think too much. I get up there, I go through my routine. I don't, think about the, different thought process of the swing. I just get up there and go through, and muscle memory usually takes over. I try and, do ball position, alignment, just swing it within myself and control it, for the most part. And so far, I haven't hit one out of bounds in a bit, so, which is,
that's good.
It's kind of nice.
I just think swing smooth. That's the biggest thing, because if I have good tempo out there, I usually can strike it pretty well. So I'm just thinking nice, smooth takeaway.
Zach Hart, you guys are amazing. I subscribed about a week ago and have been binge watching your awesome vids. Keep it up, guys. Road to 100K. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. What took you so long, though? Come on. That's great. Appreciate the support.
Steve asks, what's up from Manchester, UK? What's the best shot you've ever played on one of your vlogs? I think for me, it was one that I had basically a bad line in the fescue. It was that with Finch? I don't think it was with Finch. I think it was before we played with him. Basically, I hit into the fescue, I chunked it out into the fairway, and then I got up and out from the fairway. But my third shot in was like 40 feet away into the rough, and so I hit 2 good shots to make par.
Yeah, that was fantastic. For me, I don't know. Maybe that eagle that I had on 18 out at the farms.
Oh yeah.
That was okay. Yeah, nothing really stands out though.
You had another eagle over at the Crosby. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
2 solid shots.
Actually, that was a good
nice.
hole.
Yeah.
And then Natalie threw another eagle in on top of me, which totally killed our momentum.
That girl's a player.
Yeah. Any
more vlogs from your trip? When are they due? Actually, I just finished up Olympic Club, part 1. I just got it. I'm pretty much done with it today, so I'm gonna post that one tomorrow. So you guys are gonna freaking love Olympic Club. That course was playing so tough. It was like 30-mile-an-hour winds. We had multiple layers on because it was in the 50s, and it was. I just remember one drive. I pured it like as good as I can hit it. It was 236 yards. That's how far I hit it. So
yeah,
I was playing tough.
I was making fun of him a little bit because he pured it down the middle, and it was like 235 or something, and.
Yeah.
He
made a double on that hole.
Yeah.
I made a bogey.
Yeah, that's what I get for talking trash too, guys. You guys planning on hitting any golf courses outside the U.S. from Juan? We don't have any plans yet. I know Dirk from Portugal. We kind of became friends with him through the internet, and we'd like to go out there and maybe visit him at some point.
Yeah.
And then New Zealand, we'd like to go out there and play at some time.
There's definitely a lot of places that we want to go. We just don't have any plans solidified. But like Mike said earlier, if you guys are somewhere, you want to throw us an invite, and we can kind of start coordinating, planning trips around it. You know, we want to meet you guys, we want to play with you. And also some people threw out the idea of doing like a Golfholics Invitational once we hit like 100K or get up to some larger numbers, which we think would be pretty awesome to do. And I've already talked to Santa Luz to see if we could host it out there, and they definitely allow like outside play and stuff. So we're already kind of starting to, you know, get the wheels turning on that stuff.
Yeah, it's a lot of work to host a tournament, just, you know, so you guys know, we want to make sure that we actually have enough people to come out and play with us and that want to do it. So
David, all right, nice to meet you, David. Thanks for all the positive comments, man. Appreciate it.
McGregor or Mayweather in 2 months, who you like, from B? For me, I'm a big MMA guy, grew up wrestling, so I'm really hoping for McGregor. You know, I love that guy. He's a total animal in the octagon, and I'm hoping he can beat up Mayweather. I think, you know, he's still the underdog, but I think if he gets his hands on him, he's gonna hurt Mayweather.
I don't really watch it, so yeah. Why TaylorMade? They make good stuff. I mean, I used to play Titleist clubs. I played Ping irons for a while. I have Callaway irons. He still plays Callaway irons, so you know he's got some mixed up stuff in there. So TaylorMade's making good stuff, and we play it. I mean, you tried out the Titleist driver, the Callaway driver, and you kind of ended up on the TaylorMade.
Yeah, I tried them all, so. And for me, TaylorMade just seems to fit my eye. I can work the ball really well with the TaylorMade. Maybe because, you know, I went to the Kingdom and got fitted by Dwayne, and he just did such a good job with tweaking my driver and the shaft and everything that, you know, it seems like it's set up perfect for my golf swing. So TaylorMade for life.
Evo asks, looking to get a new driver, TaylorMade, is wondering for the money, M1 or M2 or M1. I think they cost the same as far as I know. I think it's just their design, one's has like a bigger sweet spot, or it's more designed for players that hit the ball up and down. Like better players tend to hit it in the same spot, but just higher or lower on the face, whereas, you know, players that need a little more improvement, they tend to hit it a little bit left to right. I forget which one is which, so you'll probably want to check out one of Rick Shields' channels or videos on the reviews on that, but both great drivers. I think we're both playing them too, so.
Yeah, and a big congrats to Rick Shields on hitting 200K, and also Peter for 100K. Those guys are rock stars. We totally love their channels and wish them the best, and it looks like they're doing some really big things over there in the UK. How do you guys feel about fishing in golf course ponds? Sure, no problem. Go ahead, do your thing, you know? Just don't get caught.
Gary says, I bought a GoPro Hero 5 to record practice sessions. Did it help you guys recording your golf vlogs? I think it helped in some ways, like just seeing the swing and stuff, but I don't think I made any kind of changes with it. And putting is probably the biggest one, where what people were telling me in terms of my stance being open and stuff like that, seeing it on video definitely helped with that. But again, it was small changes, and now I feel like my putting stroke's getting much better. So
yeah, I think Marco has a perfect swing. He doesn't need to change anything. You know, he does. At the top, he's exactly where you need to be. And you know, for me, I haven't done a swing change in 20-something years, so I'm pretty much not changing or looking or even thinking about anything.
Would you guys rather be able to play Augusta once a week, or be able to play the perfect shot every time? Augusta once a week. Yeah, I mean,
Augusta once a week? Yes.
If I hit the perfect shot every time in golf, it would not be fun, right? Because it would become easy. And that's what I love about golf. It is so freaking difficult to get that ball in the hole. And it's mental, it's physical, you're battling the elements. There's so many things that come into play, and it's so hard, but that's also what makes it so rewarding when you execute it. So yeah, I'd love to play Augusta once a week.
Yeah. SSS, who's better, Mike or Finch? Well, to be honest, Finch ended up beating me out at Santa Luz. So, you know, right now he's got a little tally in his section. But the next time we play, you know, my game wasn't up to par that day, and I'd like to be able to redeem myself. So yeah, I'll take Finchy on again for sure. And hopefully when Rick comes next time, we can play a match.
Yeah.
I'll have to do a me and Rick versus Peter and Marco match, and
That'd be fun.
you know, I think it'd be a good time with a lot of trash talking. I told the guys we'll play for dinner, and I'll swoop them up in the limo, and we'll go, you know, have a nice dinner.
Oh yeah, we'll show them a good time for sure.
Charles, games can be described as Mike equals knockdowns and Marco equals buttercuts.
That's
pretty
well
accurate.
said, Charles. Multi-layers in the 50s or in Scotland are in short. Yeah, okay.
We're sissies.
Yeah, totally are.
Sorry. But they were 30-mile-an-hour winds, so, you know, the wind chill was definitely, I felt like, in the 30s out there.
I played Torrey about 4 times. It'd be a pleasure to play with you there. Aviar's also plays. Love to play there. Yeah, Aviar is a sick course. They play what is it, the Nabisco?
Or I think it's the Kia Classic.
Kia, yeah.
On the women's or the LPGA Tour. It's a great course, and, you know, huge greens, usually in great condition. So yeah, that's a course on our course blogs that we need to do. So.
Feed is dropping. People are saying it's.
No.
Buffering. All right. Well, hopefully it comes back. There's pretty much nothing else I can do about it. We're hardwired, so at this point, it's up to Cox Communication to fix it.
Yeah, we got about 10 minutes left, so.
Ocean course, we'll see what I can do to remember guest passes out there. So that'd be sick.
Okay.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Yeah. Shoot us a private message whenever you have a chance, if you're able to.
Matthew asks, what are your thoughts on the tailor-made aero burner clubs, specifically the driver for beginners? The only reason I can comment on it is because I played a demo set when I was in Bermuda, and it was the aero burner driver, and the driver was awesome. Like, I was hitting that thing probably just as good as I hit the driver, and it had a regular shaft in it, and it was just super forgiving. So played 18 holes with it, and I highly recommend it for beginners. Zach asked, I'm looking for a new set of irons. Do you recommend the PXGs, APs, or TaylorMades? I got to go with TaylorMades. I'm personally not a fan of PXG. Titleist are good irons, you know, but for me and my swing, I don't think it really works. Callaway and TaylorMade are my two choices for irons. What's up, Chad? Chad's in the house. Quest for a web.com tour? No, my tour days are over. I played a little bit on the mini tours when I was 20, 21, even 22. I did a little bit. I did the Golden State Tour events, Fox Tour, and the Hooters Tour events, and I did okay. I made a couple small checks, but my game is retired. Yeah, we're on the YouTube tour. Yeah, we're on the. I love it. Maybe we start our own tour. Yeah, we should. The YouTube tour. Yeah, one of my buddies runs the Future Champions Tour. It's a junior tour for younger kids. So maybe I talk to him and we can get something set up. Chad's going through withdrawals. I know, man. We get a lot of those comments. We're trying to pump these videos out as fast as we can. I love it, Chad. Thanks, man. We love hearing it. You know, we can only do so much, though. We're doing our best. Look at Spencer. He said, "Be better golf for life." Spencer, we're gonna have a talk next time I see you at the range, buddy. And you're officially off the channel. Bye bye. Who's your favorite pro golfers? One of mine is Fowler. That kid, I think he's got great style. I think he contributes and grows the game. Jordan Spieth is another class act that I really like. Dustin Johnson, I just think he's super cool and, you know, just a calm dude and doesn't seem like, you know, he gets too angry out there, which I really like. I like that easygoing, you know, playing type of partner, so never gets upset. The other person's round, and I appreciate that as a golfer. Jordan Spieth probably love his game. Just the guy doesn't make any big numbers usually, and I like that he doesn't golf courses, so he's like, you know, thinking through it. Even though he is starting to hit the ball much further than what he was doing a couple of years ago, so it's fun to see that evolution. Yeah, Wesley asked, will you guys consider filming fun quotations rounds like Peter and Rick's channels? I mean, what does that mean? I mean,
No,
I feel
are
like
we not fun? I feel like our rounds are fun. Maybe we don't horse around as much on camera.
Yeah, we definitely don't.
And that's okay.
It's honestly for me, it's been kind of I'm trying to find the balance between like horsing around and playing serious because, I mean, the scores that we put up on the screen, they're real. That's like what we shot, and I'm trying to play good, but I feel like at least from just meeting Pete and having him kind of coach us up on YouTube, he's like, just go out there and have more fun, focus less on the score. But that's what you've been doing for the last 20 years.
And we gamble, so
yeah,
I think Pete goes out there and has fun with the guys, and I don't know what they play for, if it's just for fun, but me and Marco, we actually play for substance.
Yeah, we definitely I feel like we take it a little more serious, but
yeah, all right, that's good advice, and maybe we should have. I mean, we have plenty of fun out there. We're laughing the whole time, and we make fun of each other off camera, like constantly.
Yeah.
So
my favorite thing is when you say, "Oh, hit it." He says, "Right." He'll say, "Hit it here for the folks." It puts that little bit of pressure on me, and then turns on the. And then it's like go time.
Yeah, because you guys want to see a good shot. I want to see a good shot. I want to get that zoom in, perfect for you guys. So, yeah.
So SD Bolt asks, did I notice, Marco, did you go to the M1 irons? What clubs do you come from? You get to talk to one more. So I came from the TaylorMade PSIs, the Tour irons, and I'm actually playing the P770s now. I think yesterday was my third round with them. They feel pretty good. They're standard loft and lie, and the PSIs that I had before that were 2 degrees upright. So I'm definitely hitting the ball a little bit straighter, almost with a little bit of a draw now, whereas the other ones were fading more, and it's been kind of hard to get used to. But yeah, I really like them so far. They feel great. So, and then in terms of the driver, just got an M2 driver and have been playing M2 for basically the last 2 years.
Jacob asked Pasatiempo or Spyglass to be a member at. Ugh, that's a tough one.
Oh.
For me, I guess it would be Spyglass. I love that course. Pasatiempo is a close second. So if you have an opportunity to do either one, do it.
Yeah.
Awesome round for Ricky Fowler today from Chad. Yeah, I mean, shoot 65 at the US Open, you're a champion.
Yeah.
Joshua Park, I love you guys.
Aren't afraid to show our bad shots. Yeah, I mean, that's we feel like we have to, right? And that's golf. I mean, we're not pros. We're gonna have some bad ones out there. Definitely gets a little bit frustrating, but I think we just try to stay positive and try to bounce back as quickly as we can. And we're just happy that you guys are learning something from our videos and are enjoying them, because we're definitely enjoying making them. But bad shots are part of it.
Yeah, even the pros hit bad shots and they shank irons and stuff. So it happens. And I don't know if you guys remember, Pasatiempo, I think it was hole number 9. It was a par 5. I tried to take a rescue out of the fairway bunker, which was ridiculous, and I hit it like 70 yards. So, but yeah, definitely not an issue. Bad shots.
Charles' outtake fails videos would be all super funny. Totally agree. And I have so much footage that like is just like funny stuff that we said, off camera, that I think we could probably throw together, and it'd be pretty entertaining. So
I've been rooting for that one too, Charles.
Yeah.
So it's just on board, and
we just need to get this guy to start editing videos. That's really what it's coming to. Got a family.
Oh, he's such a control freak. He would never let me, even if I was good at it.
You're probably right.
The guy takes the camera from me every time. I love it. Josh asked, did you guys ever get with Nate's shot
about a collab? He hasn't responded to us. Charles has been hitting him up on Twitter like crazy. His dad did respond to Charles because he sent him a message, and I guess his dad, checked out the channel, saw some of the videos, loves golf, so we're hoping that his dad actually puts a little pressure on Nate's shot and we can get together. If you guys aren't familiar with who he is, he's a gaming YouTuber, but I think he does like daily vlogs now too. Lives up in LA, has 3 million subscribers, and he just got into golf and he's playing all the time. So, Charles mentioned that it would be a good idea to do a collab with him, and it could be massive for the channel. So, if you guys get on Twitter, if you have a Twitter, get on there and just start hammering him. Say you want to see this collab, and let's put a little pressure on this guy.
Yeah, let's stalk him a little bit, guys.
Oh wait, start watching.
Cameron, I just started watching like 3 weeks ago. Thanks, man. You know, that's great. Welcome to the channel.
You guys should create a tour on the green so you guys compete with the fans. That would actually be pretty cool.
What's the grant?
Well, I was just saying, like, create a tour, basically, like our own
tour,
our own little version where we compete against fans. I think once we're big enough, you know, a couple 100,000 subscribers, that might be in the wheelhouse.
Yeah, let's make that a goal, maybe for 200K. Let's see if we can make it happen.
Did you do a Vegas Topgolf video? Oh man, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
We went to Topgolf when we were out there. Actually, that was the trip that we decided to start this channel on, and it was pretty fun going out there. Mike and we got so competitive. I'm trying to hit those little circles out there. We even brought our own clubs in there.
Yeah.
Just rolled in there with the whole set. We're not doing rentals. it was
Marco got serious, guys. Let's not kid ourselves. You know?
I can't help it. I'm a serious guy. I mean,
you know, like I don't even mind losing because it's just part of the game. But Marco, he's just, you know, he just loves to grind out every last shot, which I appreciate because he's super competitive
out there.
I think I tore it up.
Did you?
Yeah,
I did. Cameron says, can you send us a Golfholics hat? We sell them on our website, so just go to shop.golfholics.com. We actually just got the navy blue ones in, or actually they're coming in tomorrow, I'm sorry. But we got navy blue ones, same style. So those will probably be up on the site tomorrow. We got smalls, mediums, large, XL.
Bad shots make you better, man. Thanks, Luke. Yeah, for sure. I think in anything in life, you know, whenever you make a mistake or you fail at something, you always learn from it and improve. And I think he's been so successful in family life and his personal life, his work life, and now YouTube. So, you know, making mistakes is part of life, and if you do, then you know you're gonna be successful afterwards.
Yeah, just don't be scared. I mean, take risks in life. You know, calculated risks, but I don't think about the repercussions that as a golf course. I just think of what can be, you know, so you just go for that shot, and you know, when you do execute it and you make it happen, it's the best feeling in the world.
Josh asked, longest drive you ever hit? For me, I a long drive tournaments about years ago, and you did fairly well. I hit one 390 in competition, so you know, that's you know, a while back, but yeah, I have to say that.
Mine's like, I think 347 or something. I think it was out at Santa Luz on the first hole. It was actually pretty recent. It was a little downwind.
It was on YouTube.
Firm fairways, and ripped it, hit the par 5 and 2. Wesley's Top Golf channel on YouTube within a year, top class. Thank you, brother. We really appreciate it. Like we mentioned 100 times, you know, we're just trying to make it happen for you guys. We're going to keep pushing ourselves to make better videos. You know, we're trying to add the stuff that you guys ask for. Slow-mos, the shot tracers, more commentary, less commentary, all that stuff. So if you guys have suggestions for us, we're doing it for you guys. So let us know what you want to see.
John asked if we're going to play Pelican Hill. Yeah, it's a course that we're going to definitely hit up. You know, it's right on the ocean up in Laguna, so it's not that far from us, about an hour and a half. So we'll definitely make it up there.
What's the best way to make chips?
You know, my recommendation is just keep your hands in front of the club face at all times. So even when you make contact, make sure, you know, you can pause any, you know, video that you guys are watching and watch a good person on tour that chips. He's always keeping his hands in front of the club face. And I think that's when you really are able to make crisp contact with the golf ball with spin. So once you start getting that technique down, and, you know, we teach that at the high school too, and it seems like all of our kids are actually pretty good chippers. So that's my best advice. Don't get flipsy. Don't let the club face in front of your hands, and you guys will be fine.
I think my biggest advice is just accelerate through the ball. We see a lot of people just kind of accelerate right when they're making impact because they think they're going to hit it too hard or whatever, and then they just chunk it, dig into the ground. So accelerate through it. If you're going to hit it too fine, at least it's on the green, footer, and if you hit it at the right speed, you got to kick in.
Tyler said he's using 25-year-old Hogan's. Whoa, bro.
You want to shave 5 strokes? Get some new irons.
Yeah, go to tailormadepreowned.com or knock off probably 35-40% off the purchase price.
Yeah, or local golf shop. A lot of them have pre-owned stuff in there too. If you want to save some money, just get a set that's, you know, a couple years old. There's not much difference, I'll tell you that. It's just cosmetic at this point. So anything within 3 years, I don't feel like they'd make any kind of leaps and bounds in terms of changes and improvements.
Yeah, I agree. We got like 5 minutes left, guys.
What camera do we use? We use a GH5 Panasonic, and then we have a couple different Leica lenses. We have 2 of these cameras, so I got the settings exactly the same on both of them. So when we shoot with 2 different cameras, you can't really tell that it's a separate one. Cameron asks again 100 times, can I get a hat? We have a website, my friend, shop.golfholics.com. You can order one there.
SSS, create the betting tour 500 or 1K bet. Ooh, that's a big number. Yeah. We could, we both gamble, and it would make us focus a little bit more out there. I think sometimes we lose focus because the betting isn't as big as we used to gamble a little bit more back in the day, but we do like to gamble, and if it's $5 or $20 or $200, it's still a bet, and we're still trying to win.
Need a Top Golf and SD. I think they're actually opening one.
I heard.
Yeah. If you go to their website, and you'll see San Diego listed on there as coming soon. So I don't know where it's slated to be, but if it's in San Diego, we're definitely going out there and making a video because it's in our backyard.
Josh asked, will you guys come to Oregon and play the Bandon Dunes? Yeah, we touched on that a little bit earlier, but yeah, we love Bandon Dunes, and it's definitely a golf destination that we want to do. So Sean from Golf Trip Junkies will definitely be helping us set that up.
Mike versus Marco match for $500. If I get some strokes, then we can make that happen.
Yeah,
I got some strokes yesterday.
You know what? I'll do that bet as long as we go stroke play. Okay.
Okay.
If we go stroke play, I'll give you 6, which is still more than reasonable, but it takes a big number out of him. He might take a 7 or an 8 and put him out of the match, but in a match play, he's only losing 1. So, for me, if we were going to play for that amount, it'd be all strokes, and we'd be playing USGA.
Can I pick the course that we play?
Of course.
Olympic Club. You guys will see why.
Because you played great and I played terrible one time. You're gonna pick that course.
First greens. Oh. Coming in with that swoop and draw.
Whatever. I'll
I'm what? I'm taking it easy. Oh, you're better. Don't worry.
Son of a. We're already getting fired up. You guys should do an opposite swing challenge. Marco swings righty and Mike swings lefty. From Zach. Yeah, we've been talking about that for a little bit, so I think we're going to do that on the par 3 course right near us. We're going to go out to Oaks North and probably go do that for you guys at sometime over the summer.
Do you guys feel pressured from players behind you guys? When it's just Mike and I playing, we keep pace great. We have no issues. It just depends on who we're playing. I mean, yesterday we played as a foursome, and we kept pace. We didn't have any issues with that. So we're getting really fast with the cameras and setting up, and really the thing that can make us play slow is if someone in the group is playing slow, or if we're hitting a lot of bad shots. If we're having to go in to get bunker shots, then you got to rank the bunker and that kind of stuff. So
yeah, if we're playing bad, it slows us down. If we're playing good, it's a little easier for us to keep up. But yeah, if it's just Marco and I, we'll finish in 3 hours and 40 minutes, 3 hours and 30 minutes.
What Charles said, everyone hit up Nate Shot on Twitter. Let him tell him to do a collab with us. Yes.
Travis asked what our handicaps. I'm about a 1.5, and Marco is a 4.8, trending down. So that means you're going to be getting like 3 shots for 18 holes. Is what that means.
No. Asks, do we shoot 60 or 120 frames per second? We shoot them at 120 frames per second. And the GH5 also has the ability to go up to 180 frames per second, which I think we've only done a few slow-mos at that frame rate. The quality starts kind of deteriorating. It's still 1080, but I don't know, for some reason it just doesn't look as good. So, yeah.
Luke asked, do we ship to the UK for hats? Yeah, absolutely. Just jump on the website and they'll give you all the info. Samuel said, fantastic stuff. Could you guys possibly change up the music? I used to love it, but it repeats a lot. I'll let Marco answer that.
I've been trying to add in some new stuff in there. I know a few people have left comments like that. So I'm just trying to find new stuff that we can have rights to use. And we use Epidemic Sound for a lot of the music, and they just don't update their playlist. They have new tracks as often. So sometimes I spend 2-3 hours just trying to find new music for one video, and it's things where I don't have enough time to do it all. So Sorry, it's gonna probably be most of the same music or some new songs here and there.
Aloha from Hawaii. What's up? I think we're going to come out to Maui and go play Kapalua, and maybe even Grand Wailea out there. So, definitely stay in contact with us. Maybe we can play. Callum asked, what are your jobs? I own a limo company. Marco owns an online media company, and now YouTube. I also coach out of high school.
What do you guys feel is the strength of your games? Ryan asked. Irons, wedges, putting. I feel like for me, it's probably my wedge game, especially with the lob wedge around the greens. I think I'm able to get up and down from some pretty crazy spots.
Yeah, I think my short game is pretty solid too. And I think my course management's pretty good. I think it keeps me out of trouble and keeps me in play.
How many rounds a year are you guys averaging?
It's increasing.
It's increasing considerably right now. So I think before I used to play about once every 2 to 3 weeks was about the average, but now it's probably once a week. So
yeah, about 75 to 80.
You play even more.
Yeah. I play a little bit more. I play 9 holes. It's usually from time, so while I'm coaching, so they get to see how I play, and hopefully it rubs off on them a little bit.
How many days a week would you say you have a club in your hand? Whether it's like a driving range with the kids, playing?
I'll say for the year, probably 140 times.
Okay.
140 days I got a club in my hand.
Yeah.
So 2 more questions, guys, and we got to go. Love the music. Thanks, Mom.
Do we use a GPS tracker? We actually use the Bushnell little zapper. And I forget what model it is, but it's the one that can give you slope as well.
The Bushnell?
Yeah, Bushnell. So that's what we use. Even if the carts have the yardages in there, we rarely will go off the cart. I mean, we never will go off the cart unless we forget our zappers, just because the carts can be off by 3 to 5 yards usually. So.
All right, last question. Hardest course you guys have played? I'm gonna have to say Cog Hill out in Chicago. That course is tough, and Torrey Pines is a close second, and then Spyglass is probably my top 3.
Yeah, Cog Hills was a tough one. So. All right, guys, we're gonna shut it down here. Make sure you guys jump on Instagram, give us a follow on there. We're also doing a contest on there for some golf balls, so you guys can enter. Just got to tag some friends on there, and we'll be back next week, next Thursday, same time, 1 o'clock, to do another one of these. Appreciate the people that showed up, and again, thank you guys for all the support and the love in the comments. We're doing it all for you guys. So
yeah, thank you guys so much. Make sure you guys tag 3 people on your Instagram to be entered into the golf ball giveaway contest. They're TaylorMade TP5s. They're sweet balls, so we're shipping them. Just make sure you guys tag 3 people. If you guys tag 6, you'll be entered twice. And good luck.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.